never been down this road. In a meeting with the staff of a large church, those words actually came out of my mouth. I certainly meant no disrespect and honestly was quite surprised I actually verbalized them. However, that was my immediate response when a staff member at the beginning of my presentation spoke up and said, "We've been down this road before." She was under the assumption I was there to discuss only a tool to identify spiritual gifts. She then smiled and said, "Okay, I'm curious. Take me down your road." I took out a sheet of paper and drew 3 circles that explained our unique process of personal discovery, coaching, and connecting members into meaningful ministry. She agreed with me and said, "You're right. We have never been down this road before, but I see now why we need to." That was the first time I had this type of verbal encounter, but it certainly wasn't the first time church staff members and church leaders have shared the exact thoughts this staff member voiced to me. She had planned to give me 30 minutes on this Friday afternoon. Almost 4 hours later, at about 6 p.m., we walked out of the church. Hey, I'd like to share with you what I shared with the church staff that day. I'd like to take you on a journey. It's a journey that begins with a road that is very frequently traveled. We call this road personal discovery. It is a road where people discover how God has uniquely created them through their personality, spiritual gifts, abilities, passions, and life experiences. We believe the journey to connect God's people to meaningful ministry starts by knowing how God has uniquely created them. Personal discovery allows a believer, perhaps for the very first time, to understand God has uniquely designed them. It is an incredible realization that occurs when a person understands how and why they have been gifted to serve in life and within the local body of their church. Our 5-place assessments and teaching are powerful in showing individuals how God has uniquely created them. The next exit in the journey is coaching. It is a stop that is often ignored in an attempt to skip to connecting God's people. We can't express enough the importance of this step as it relates to your church members. The coaching session is where those who have completed the personal discovery of place meet with a trained coach that helps them understand the results of their place assessments. It is an opportunity to validate and empower the individual to move in a direction of ministry where they will serve others based on desire, not guilt. They will serve others out of a want to, not a have to. They will serve others out of passion, not obligation. The ultimate destination in our journey is both connecting and validating God's people to serving meaningful ministry both within your church and outside where your people live, work, play, where they do life. Imagine, if you will, each member of your church fully understanding that God has gifted them to serve and knowing how and where to serve. Our resources from personal discovery to connecting have been designed to not only help your church members, but also to train your staff and leaders on how to lead your people into meaningful ministry. Take a few minutes to understand how the journey applies to your church. We welcome the opportunity to come alongside you in the journey of connecting your people to meaningful ministry.